Okay, get the pass. Card. Well, sure. We're gonna be passing priority, so like I gotta put the damage on the board. No way you don't have anything. There's no way you literally have nothing after fan club presidenting. Yeah, I don't know why you're spamming sad for him. Oh, my opponent gets 2 mana worth of value. Oh no, I'll never survive. I'll never financially recover from this. Hey guys, what's going on? It's MajiinBae. Welcome back to the channel. Today is day 2 of showing off good Jinx decks. If you missed the first one, I went over that I basically think Jinx is a little bit underrated, a little bit undervalued, and is currently one of the best champions in the game. Absolutely a top 5 champion, in my opinion. I do think that Jinx lacks a really strong shell. So last time I showed you the Targon Jinx aggro deck, and this time is what I like to call Blue Jinx. This is Jinx basically mono PNZ, splashing Freljord for Spirits Unleashed, the 5 mana grant allies everywhere, +1/+1, then deal 1 to everything. Really, really strong card when you have things like Jury Rig, Poro Cannon, Boom, right? These things that spawn 2 units, especially because this deck gets to do it while generating value. You know, some treasures, Zonai Urchin, Rummage, Augmented Experimenter, and Get Excited are basically all like plus value for discard. And this deck looks to really take advantage of that. And then flood the board, Spirits Unleashed, get a bunch of damage in, and then finish with Jinx. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. I have to say, if I had to pick one, I think the Targon one is slightly stronger, but I think this one is really fun to play too, because Spirits Unleashed is just a super, super fun card. I'm not going to spend too long on the deck tech. I think we will just jump on Master's Ladder, and we'll see how it does. Nice. P-Tash on the Victor Karma Bar deck. I love this deck, man. I think this deck's so fun. Absolute keep. Mulligan. I'll keep these. Hello. Like, discarding Flame Chompers, I mean, mulliganing Flame Chompers is something I usually do. But this deck is so high on discard, like, payoff cards, that I elected to keep it instead. Here's my Force Chief. And here is my big Skyboat.
Watch your backs. Let's go, people.
Let's go, people. Ooh.
I need more time.
I could just pass into Spirits Unleashed. I don't want to do that because I don't want to just cast it into a deny. Like, I'd like to try to finagle a spot where I just get to get it.
Gear up.
I'll just open. Take the trade. That's fine with me. I'll play Boom Boom, and I'll bank the 3 mana. And then the second P-Tash goes under deny, we're going to cash into Spirits Unleashed. We have an insane Augmented Experimenter. Oh, that's a great Rummage. Wow. Nice. Nice. If I see another spell, I'll Mystic Shot Eye of the Dragon. I don't want no Dragonlings. It's like a time trick, Mystic Shot, something like that, right? Then we'll just take out the Eye of the Dragon. Yeah, there it is. P-Tash Jagan for that crystal. Hello. Threatening 6. Currently threatening 8 on open if I want it. We'll see what happens with the Rummage. It's going to develop. That's just so good. Like, this is so much damage. What are you going to do? Play a blocker? Yeah. That's what this deck is capable of. Absolutely. It does some pretty gross things sometimes. Ash Pantheon. That's a really interesting mix because you don't, like, Ash wants to target your opponent's stuff. Pantheon wants to target your own stuff. I'm looking for basically like Spirits Unleashed plus the early game stuff, right? I want like Boom Baboon. I want the 1 mana 2/1 that refills spell mana when it hits. Like that's what I'm looking for in my opening hand, that kind of stuff.
Come out from your shadows, demon.
I would keep like Boom Baboon, Some Treasure, or Boom Baboon, Zonite Urchin. I would keep Jinx. I know I'm mulligan in Treat, but that's not Jinx. That's different. Sure.
To death I go.
I'm gonna play some stuff. Just casting Spirits Unleashed, I think, puts us a little bit too far behind. Whereas, like, I could do this, get this out, play a Poro, attack for 1, and then Spirits Unleashed next turn. Interesting. So I could kill my Chomper, I guess, but like, if our opponent doesn't open attack, then we get to Spirits Unleashed, which makes it so that it will no longer be the case. Now I imagine our opponents could do some like shenanigans, right? You know, they have like Troll Chance, they have a bunch of stuff, Pale Cascades. This is like a Pantheon deck after all. But I think this is looking okay so far, considering our opponent had like the good start of Saga Seeker into Lodestone. So as you go after the Daring Poro, you should switch that. Yeah.
To death I go.
There you go. Yeah, you got it. I'm just gonna let this go.
I was always mortal.
I don't particularly care. I'll take my lumps. Spirits Unleashed. Boop. Start pumping things up. I don't want to just throw Mystic Shot because our opponent is likely, looking for something to target, and I don't want to just give it to my opponent because they want to be targeting every turn anyway. Now I think I can throw Mystic Shot at the Wolf. Decent chance they want to like bank mana because it's inefficient to target your own units twice in one round with a Pantheon deck. Generally, you just want to do it like once each round, right? To get the Pantheon level up. So, as the Pantheon opponent, you want to basically do what you can to not incentivize your opponent to like target the first time. And then once they target the first time, you want to incentivize them to target again. Do I want Jinx here? I don't know. I don't think... Let's play Daring Poro first, right? And then we'll see. Kind of far from leveling her. This might be like a Sump Dredger discarding Sump Dredger angle.
A chill in the air.
A chill in the air. No, I think we should be good after that though. There's like possible freezes and stuff, but yeah, I'm not going to like let this block her. We're going to send in everything else, and then we're going to drag Homeboy all the way to the end. I do like this Guardian. It's cute. Yep. But she goes to 1, which is fine. This is like a Targon Freljord deck. What's it gonna do? Ice Shard me? Like, it's not playing Avalanche. This is so funny. Unleashed Spirits makes these Stalking Wolves like unimaginably bad. Because it's just like a 2-mana 3/2 challenger that summons a 2/2 for your opponent now. It like can't even kill the bunny. It turned into the Monty Python buddy. Nice. That gives me something I actually want to discard.
I will unite the Freljord.
Okay. Unite away, my friend. Get out the Flame Chompers. This would kind of suck if they can keep, like, they have to have specifically, like, Elixir of Iron here. Which is why I'm not that scared, because it would let them, like, kill Jinx. I don't think I need Jinx to win this game.
I ready.
We also have 4 more copies, basically. 2 Jinx left, plus, I don't want to take that much damage. Plus 2 copies of Entreat. The big question is, like, do I want to Sump Dredger away Sump Dredger? And I think the answer is... I think maybe it's yes. Okay, get excited. I have a pretty big open. Now, this is probably a deck that plays, like, Harsh Winds. Or at the very least, like, 3 Sisters and stuff, right? Some Flash Freezes. But let's do this. Let's do this. Okay. Gets in there. Well, I definitely want to use this burn. Because my plan is just like go face for the finish. It's like Mystic Shot our opponent, we draw a card, we get excited our opponent, and then we Augmented Experimenter and draw anything. And then we just try to like chip in for the last little bit, right? That's the game plan. If this last card isn't like Pale Cascade and they draw into Pantheon, I think we're okay. Like Ash not good enough. Because now Pantheon's not leveling. Even if they draw Pantheon here, right?
To death I go.
To death. Now I would kind of like to not kill that Saga Seeker. Not that I can anyway, because Ash will attack and freeze it. But I don't really want to kill it. I don't want to give my opponent Harazi. What's this? Ooh, that's pretty good. Is 3 damage to the face better than 4 damage worth of Poros? I think no.
Anyone seen any sheep around here?
Oh, they get it back anyway.
Last night.
Like the only way it's worse is if our opponent has specifically like Harsh Winds off the top. The Unending Wave or whatever, the Double Freeze won't work as well because Augmented Experimenter will get hit once and then Poro will get hit once.
Avarosans, stand together.
Okay, I have to block with 1 Poro. Oops, math. So I guess perhaps it is slightly worse than Harsh Winds, but I think that's okay. I was always mortal. This lets me play around it. Yeah, it makes Unending Wave bad, but it doesn't make Harsh Winds bad. I think that's fine. Like 1 is the same. There I don't play like Ice Shard or anything. So let's just do that. We'll take out Ash. Draw my cards.
On the verge of something.
Nice. Nice. Is this what burn players feel like? Boop. If they had a freeze spell, they'd cast it here. Okay, so they drew something, but it is not going to be enough because I am lucky. GG, my friend. To be fair, I don't think our opponent was going to beat us ever unless they drew Pantheon. Like, because there's just no way they're getting in damage. They'd have to draw Pantheon or like another Wandering Shepherd into Overwhelm Weapon. There's a lot of different champions. Aphelios, Aurelion Zol, Trundle, Lysandra. Is this a Targon's Peak deck? That's a weird, like... That's a weird Targon's Peak deck. I'm going to keep Zonai Urchin. I don't actually think I should. Without like the fodder, without like a Boom-a-Boon, I think I'm supposed to mulligan it, but... I'm going to keep it because I want to try to put pressure on. This is why I don't want to keep it, because I can't even play it on turn 1 if I want like the value.
Come on, people. Let's make tomorrow today.
Baboon. Technically one more damage here. But I like the idea of having like the rummage shenanigans thing.
Peer beyond.
Oh, gross. So not a Targon's Peak deck, I don't think.
Sunlight guide you, my brethren.
Anything helps.
All right, we need Spirits Unleashed like pretty bad.
Oh, vermin.
Vermin.
Working here.
Yeah, just like this.
Keep it up.
Boop. And then we're just gonna push. We're just gonna be like, I don't think you play Ice Shard. We're just gonna jam. If you play Avalanche, I'm gonna get my money's worth first. Nice. Treat. Pass. Just get set up for the Jinx.
Warm hearts
Didn't
and
know.
hot soup.
Still passing. Okay.
Eyes see all.
I'm gonna set you guys up for a rocket.
Idiots.
Start here. Go like this. And then when we Jinx, we can rummage away the other stuff, right? Like, this is what I mean. Jinx is insane. Like, we just get a rocket, we get to clear our opponent's board. Yeah, like, sick Comet and everything. But, like, I'm dealing 4 to your face, I'm clearing your board. I get to come in with another 4. If I draw another Jinx, like, she's auto-flipped. This is like turn 5. It's just so powerful. Obviously hoping to draw some more discard fodder with the Rummage plus some treasure hand. Another Baboon, even like a Flame Chomper. Boop. Jury Rig. That counts. How bad is it if I pass priority? I don't think it's that bad at all, actually. Poro Cannon. That's looking like Rummage fodder to me. Like, likely our opponent will only be able to play something that blocks one thing. And if they only block one thing, I actually get in 1 extra damage for developing. Yeah. Second Tavern Keeper. We jam. We get in 5. So we basically deal 2 damage this turn. Because they're healing. That is worrisome, though. Oh my god, more healing. They've healed 8 so far this game. We just gotta find another Jinx. We still have 2 Jinxes and 1 Entreat left. Sure. I was gonna say, we also have Spirits Unleashed, just kind of hiding out somewhere in the deck. And the worst thing that could happen here would be It That Stares. But if we get hit by It That Stares, we do Poro Cannon, Flame Chompers, and then we could still hit our opponent. Oh, very nice. Okay. Do that. Do that. We're jamming. I want to make our opponents It That Stares not able to like completely wipe us out one way or the other, right? And just jamming 5 damage. Oh my god, that's so good. Jamming 5 damage is obviously just good. Our opponent might be looking for like a She Who Wanders, which just means like no matter what we do next turn, we have to open attack. Unless it enables us to win through She Who Wanders. Yikers. The non-Nightfall to Felios. Also, my Poros are 3/3s. What are you going to do about it? Spirits Unleashed is an incredible card. Very powerful.
King of Trolls coming through.
That is not, I think, going to do much of anything for you. You could, like, Severum Trundle, I guess. I will not block. Thank you for asking, though. And yeah, we're absolutely jamming the open of the 15 damage of Daring Boros. We'll go after Aphelios, too. Like, oh, looks pretty good. I don't know, guys. Think we might get there. Star Shaping, sure. You still have to cover 5 more damage. Harsh Winds. Wow. Our opponent has healed 18 life this game. And they're still gonna die. Nice. Sometimes you just have to deal 38 damage for your opponent to die. Whatever. Alright. A little bit of bar action. So, I've been seeing this trend where this is the champions split that bar decks are running. And that didn't used to be the case. Ever, actually. I'm going to keep Jinx and look for any discard fodder. Hello. When I saw this actually pick up was after the Worlds Tournament. I was running Aphelios Victor. And one Zoe. And then because I had Seraphine in a different deck in my lineup, and then after Worlds, I was able to put Seraphine back in, but I didn't trim like any of the 1-up champs, so I just had an Aphelios, Seraphine, Victor, Zoe split, which I didn't see anyone else have, and then all of a sudden it's like the most played variation, and I was surprised by that. This thing sucks, man. This is brutal. Yeah, I'm down to take this spell mana.
Keep it up.
Like double augmented experimenter, you never want to see. We'll cash in the intrigue, get the second Jinx. Like I'll likely, I don't even know. I don't even know. I'll probably have to play Jinx next turn, just because otherwise we're not doing anything. But it does not feel good. Let me tell you what. Sure. Whoa.
As darkness falls, the moon rises.
Let's take a pass. We could use Jinx's Get Excited next turn. Especially if our opponent goes to only... Ooh, hello there. Never mind, I'd rather cast this. But would I rather cast that right now? I'm gonna do this. If our opponent like crescendoms, then I could Spirits Unleashed. I don't want to play Jinx until she has 4 health, because she's so much harder to kill there, right? Yeah, sure. I'll just cast it. Not surprised. Yep. Opponent was correct to not develop a bunch of X1s into me. I just had an awkward spot with my mana where I couldn't bait my opponent into playing more stuff. Unless I was willing to lose like Jinx, and I wasn't.
Just you and me, Fishbones.
And them. If we get 2 for 1 here on Jinx, that's okay. But I'm not giving it to my opponent for free. Like, if they are able to kill Jinx with 1 card, and it's not like Thermo Beam or something, then that's really bad. If they can do that. I don't want that. I'm down for them to spend like a whole turn doing it.
I'm your man. I hate traffic.
Don't we all?
Hold on!
There's a Thermo. Okay. That's fine. Opponent likely either going to open attack or play bar, and then open attack. We could Domestic Shot Zoe, play out a second Jinx. Yikers. Opponent likes to sad Poro anytime I cast literally any card. They're like, damn, bro, you play cards in your deck? That's OP. Do I even want to play Jinx? I'm kind of scared. Pass Prio. Called shot. Okay. Now I'll play Jinx.
Rules are made to be broken.
Like buildings or people. Alright, that's good for us. That's good for us. Anything that doesn't, like, kill Jinx is good for us. They do have a Financier card, which is spooky.
You can fix anything with anything. I'll prove it.
I really don't want to, like, just cast Augmented Experiment or ditching, like, 4 cards. So if Jinx dies when I do that, we're in trouble. I can actually flip her here. So I think I'm going to. We go like this. Like, Rummage was a good job. We go like this, and then we get to Rummage, and no matter what, we get the Rocket, which clears this out. Puts a bunch of damage on the board. It sucks to ditch the hand like that. But I think it's worth it. Okay. So opponent has the stuff to kill the Jinx.
We are doing it.
I get to wipe my opponent's board though. So I'm feeling pretty decent about it, depending on what we draw. We draw some cards, actually. That's pretty good. It leaves us with no value in hand, but it does put damage on board. Like, it's representing 5. Our opponent goes down to 12 here. Like, this is good. This is a good spot. It's not great. I'm not gonna lie, it's not great. Especially depending on what our opponent kept with Financier. If they kept, like, Glorious Evolution or something, Progress Day, like, we might be in trouble. With only 3 cards in hand? I don't know. We could get there. Time Trick. That's good news, actually. Because it's basically 2 mana do nothing. Like, their card next turn is going to be better. But if they're Time Tricking, then likely we'll be able to get in for the full 5 here. Opponent at 7. Good card, good card, good card. Okay, not a good card. Yikes.
Or my lyrics.
That's pretty good.
So much to do.
Yikes. Oh no. And I have no pressure.
Her songs just make you feel like you can do anything. Seraphine! Seraphine!
I'll block here. Like, this isn't going to do anything. Okay, get the pass. Card. Well, sure. We're going to be passing priority, so... Like, I got to put the damage on the board. No way you don't have anything. There's no way you literally have nothing after Fan Club Presidenting. Yeah, I don't know why you're spamming Sadporo. Oh, my opponent gets 2 mana worth of value. Oh, no. I'll never survive. I'll never financially recover from this. What I would understand for a Sadporo emote is, like, the 3rd Jinx. Then you can be like, yeah, that's pretty good.
That was great. Now let's really bring it.
Yeah, that's pretty good. You get another Fan Club President. You can't cast it this turn, but getting another one's pretty decent. And then you play your Fan Club President card. Yep. Honestly, our hand sucked. Our hand really sucked. It didn't do anything. It was incredibly awkward. Like, we just drew all our big cards. It just was unfortunate. Swain Anivia is not something I have seen before. And actually, I think it lines up really well against our deck. Oh no, I'm going to keep Jinx. And yeah, I was going to say, we're just going to look for Spirits Unleashed. Like, if we can get our units out of Avalanche range, all of a sudden we just, like, win the game, period. If we can't, then we might struggle. Especially because, like, since this is a Swain deck, we might see, like, Ice Shards and stuff, which could absolutely just eat our lunch. Go, boat, go. I choose you. Nice. Love Forge Chief on 1 in this deck. Because Spirits Unleashed is... it's really expensive. Boop.
Watch your backs. Keep it up.
Okay. We're going to do some Treasure. And then we'll Spirits Unleashed on open, most likely. Yeah. Our opponent Ice Shards, that's like fine. They Avalanche, that's fine. Hmm? And we can see like a Death Sand wouldn't make any sense. I mean, unless it was like literally Death Sand plus Ice Shard. That'd be pretty good. Disintegrate plus Ice Shard. Okay, that works, that works, that works. Wipe my board, very sad, but it's costing our opponent a lot of cards. I get to come in with Forge Chief and like nothing's good for them again. Like Avalanches are gonna be tough now, it only kills my 1-drops. A Nivea attack trigger's not gonna wipe the board like my opponent would like.
Progress happen. Gear up.
I get Spell Mana back, whoop-de-doo.
Let's go, people.
I'm just gonna let you kill this Jinx.
Fish bones.
And them. Mm-hmm. There it is. Yep. That is okay with me.
No.
Hey, look, it's Jinx. That's actually it's actually really awkward. I don't like that at all. I really wanted it to be like anything else. So I guess I'll play Jinx.
Rules are made to be broken, like buildings
And
or people.
I could go like Mystic Shot Face, Rummage, get Rocket, depending if our opponent cannot kill this Jinx.
Deploy.
Cool. We get to attack here.
Smile. It's called gunplay.
They can't block. Like, no shot. Call my bluff. Like, no! Come on, opponent! They might just be sitting there and be like, I can't take this much damage. Just being like, if I take this much damage, I die. And they're not completely wrong. We're gonna Rummage. Yeah, it's like card disadvantage, kind of. But we gain, like... Well, we gain 1 card from Jinx level up, right? Because she's gonna give us 2 cards next turn instead of 1. And then Rocket is basically worth like a card and a half for us. 4 points of damage to the face. Pretty good. Jury rig.
Now it's a party.
Second Poro Cannon's awkward. So we'll probably go like...
Victory awaits. Loyalty through conquest.
Go like this.
Anything else?
Ooh. A pass, huh? Opponent wants to attack, like, they have to attack into my Jinx. Which is so awkward because it doesn't push damage over the top. And I'm gonna get my Rocket, baby. If they had another Death Sand, they could make this attack. But I don't think they do. It is insane how much damage you just like put on your opponent when you level Jinx. We just went like Rocket, get excited, Rocket. They went from 17 to 6. And they had to block with Leviathan.
There's a scent in the air.
That way you could flock her next turn. Gotcha. So we'll just try to get our... We'll just try to get our rocket, basically, before they can kill her. Ooh! Oh. Man, it means I have to discard Spirits Unleashed to get the rocket. I mean, it's worth it. It just makes me sad. Like, rocket's just too good. 4 damage to the face while our opponent's at 6. It kills the marksman.
After the battle, Ravens feast.
And then anything we have is lethal. Burn off the top becomes lethal. Any unit in our deck hitting becomes lethal, besides Flame Chompers, I suppose. Yeah.
Forever watchful.
Just make sure you're dead.
Anything helps.
GG. Nice. Spirits Unleashed. Really flipping these kind of matchups on its head. Before, like, if you played like a discard heavy Jinx aggro deck into like a Freljord deck, you just lost. You just couldn't beat Ice Shard, you couldn't beat Blighter Bean. All of a sudden, like, with Spirits Unleashed, that's just not true anymore. Alright, Pirates. Pirates. We need to not take a lot of damage. I know that goes without saying, but... Ooh, do I keep Mystic Shot? I actually don't think I do. Like, Mystic Shot sounds good here, but the problem with Mystic Shot is it doesn't actually trade very efficiently. The units we want to Mystic Shot are like 1 mana, or they're 2 mana and they replace themselves, or 2 mana and they have a an enter the battlefield effect. So what I'm looking for instead is like Boon, stuff like that, right? Things that generate me value. Forge Chief blocks really well, like that kind of stuff. We'll keep Spirits Unleashed. In no matchup do we mulligan Spirits Unleashed. It is what the entire deck is based on. I will just Forge Chief.
Come on, people. Let's make tomorrow today.
I could have waited and then jury rigged, but I don't know. I like banking the spell mana. Plus, like, I'm worried that if I like jury rig block and then end up developing like Boon plus Forge Chief, we get Make It Rained. Whereas I can be a little tricky with when I actually put jury rig on the battlefield. You'll see that a lot when I play against these decks. Is I'm always conscious of Make It Rain. I try to make it as bad as possible. Not that you always can do so, but you try. Second Spirits Unleashed. Okay.
Fortune favors the bold.
It's a lot of damage. Let's play Flame Chompers.
Who's gonna get in my way?
And then I think I'm going to throw away Boon.
Love ya.
It does die to Make It Rain, even after Spirits Unleashed, so I'm just going to let it go. That's a great draw. Can I afford a Spirits Unleashed? If I Spirits Unleashed and then my opponent plays a bunch of stuff, we're in like kind of bad shape. The other option is like some treasure discarding Flame Chompers here, which is really good. It's very strong. I think that's what I'm going to go for. If I make the Spirits Unleashed play and then my opponent goes like Mirai Warden, we're in trouble.
Coming in hot.
Sure. And then if they end up developing, we have Spirits Unleashed. If they don't, we can like jury rig, do some blocking. Forge Chief. Okay. Doesn't do anything yet. We like the best thing for us if our opponent just plays like Mirai Warden, right?
Hey, TF. How's the partner?
Pretty good.
Honestly, that
Smoking.
that helps too. We get to cash in the Spirits Unleashed, which is great because we get to kill Saboteur before the attack trigger resolves. We get to jury rig when our opponent attacks. It's really good for us.
Victory at any cost.
Let's line it up here. Here. Just take as little damage as possible.
Run while you can.
We're taking a lot, though. There's a lot of damage. I think I will Spirits Unleashed one more time. It's just too good to not. Like, it's kind of scary here because we go down to 8. I wouldn't be surprised to see a Make It Rain here. Or Fervor. Wow, double Fervor. Okay, spooky stuff, spooky stuff. And we have no removal. Unfortunate because we do play, we do actually play 6 pieces of removal. We have 3 Mystic Shots, 3 Get Exciteds.
Let's get to work.
Push damage. One short of it, representing lethal from Get Excited off the top, unfortunately. We do need to just, like, if we get hit by Decimate, we lose the game. Unfortunate, but... yeah, alright. Wow, the double Fervor Decimate, just a little too good for us to overcome, unfortunately. GG. Caught a little on the back foot. Perhaps the Spirits Unleashed line, like... I don't know, I probably could have played a little safer. Alright guys, that's going to be it for this video. Thank you for coming. Yeah, deck's strong. Deck is strong. I think we had some really awkward hands, as happens. Like, I'm not the biggest fan of Augmented Experimenter. I totally get why it's there. It just, like, it always feels more awkward than I want it to be. So I might look into switching it for something else a little bit cheaper, maybe. I'm not sure exactly what yet. But I think I think it's pretty cool. I think it's pretty cool. Hopefully I showed you guys some new Jinx options. If you don't like those, there's always Lulu Jinx, which I don't want to play. But yeah, thank you guys so much for coming. I'll see you next time.